My philosophy is that when things are bad, that's when you push, that's when you grow, that's when you open, that's when you do amazing things.
Being able to bring everybody together and really having that palpable feeling of people with that togetherness. Such a great feeling to be able to invigorate, excite, and encourage, motivate, and inspire other people.
Billy and I met because Billy invited me to a networking group that he had started in order to really kind of share pocket listings, right?
Yeah, I think we needed to have a group where we could collaborate together and share information, pockets, upcoming listings, best practices.
I think there was a frustration on both of our parts in terms of what was happening in the real estate world. There was really no innovation, and it was just a whole bunch of individual people in an office kind of working on their own and not collaborating. And so I pitched the idea of starting a brokerage firm together. And before I kind of even finished the idea, Billy said,
yeah, if we can create something where the brokerage is meaningful and where everyone works together and where agents can help one another and the rising tide raises all boats, let's do it.
Right? I remember Billy said to me, well, we got to come up with a name. And I said to him, well, I already have a name. And I told him it's the agency. They started to come up with our logo and all of that stuff. And we still had a whole bunch of go, no-go decisions.
Putting together business plans. We were figuring out who were potential agents. We were thinking everything through. Where would we have office space? How would we do it?
And then I called up Billy and I said that, I met this guy, Mike Leapart, and, he's really into this whole new development stuff. And we got an opportunity to go pitch AEG, Anschutz Entertainment Group, on the Ritz Carlton Residences in downtown LA. The executives of AEG came in and they said, we don't know why. Here's your competitors, and here's your,
4-page
presentation.
And one of the pages just said the dream team.
And they said, we don't know why, but we're going to give you guys the project, right? And they said, when do you open? And we both looked at each other and we both said, Tuesday. So we went to our offices, we called our respective owners and brokers, and we told them what we were doing and that we were leaving. We packed and we rented an office space that weekend, and we moved in on Tuesday with no furniture whatsoever.
They had that leftover, hideous 80s glass industrial conference table, and that was really it. And we got those
plastic chairs,
those rented party rental folding plastic chairs.
Yeah.
And that was Command Central.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
Right. And it was kind of really cool too, because we definitely had some early, adapters. I remember Jeff Cole.
He called me. The manager at the Prudential office where I had been working had made a, urgent office announcement that Blair and I were leaving and starting another company, and all things were going to be good. And Jeff Cole was at that meeting, and he came downstairs to his office and he called me and he says, hey, the manager said you're starting a new company. I said, yeah, it's kind of scary actually, because it's kind of like having a party and not knowing if anybody's going to come or not. And he said, can I get an invitation? He became our first agent.
On my side, we had Alejandro Aldrete, Michelle Schwartz, who are all still both with us. Obviously, my daughter Farah, my father Eduardo.
And then there was the rest of my team with, of course, Blair and I think
Shane. Oh no,
Shane.
Yeah.
Alan Vance.
You're right.
Ruiz.
Jonathan Ruiz. And that was the beginning of the agency. We just celebrated at the forum with an epic party, and also just amazing content, learning, education, really amazing time, particularly after COVID, for all of us to get together, the team to get together.
The concept is that we do want to be a boutique real estate firm that provides a boutique level of service, but with a global reach. And the way that we do that is by focusing first and foremost on the people and the community that we have, but ultimately the culture in which we all operate. And that means that we are focusing on partnering with like-minded individuals who are professionals, who are collaborators, who understand the brand and want to be a part of it.
It really is about the people first, and we've never really opened an office without partnering with the right people, the right professionals in that marketplace, because we want to maintain the brand, we want to maintain the reputation, and we want to be the best. And if you can't get the best, then we're not going to open.
It's not just about who's the top producer. It really is about who has control of the luxury market, who has the relationships in the luxury market. And we have our no assholes rule, and that's kind of like a cool thing to put on a t-shirt, but in reality, it's a business principle. And what that means is that if we have an agent or an affiliate who joins, who ends up not being a fit, it, having the courage to disassociate. We have huge growth plans for the company in terms of growing our franchise business, and you're able to participate in everything that the agency has to offer. And as we continue to expand, it'll give us the opportunity to include our franchisees not only in the franchise side of the world, but also in our everyday business. And we do that by including them in our manager and leadership meetings. We do that by including them in the same events that we have, and that creates true relationships. So if a client has a referral from LA to Turks and Caicos or to Canada, they actually know who to call.
It was about actually a year and a half ago that we decided to join this beautiful family of ours called the agency. It has been one of the best decisions that we have made in our entire lives.
Well, it's been really fun since day one. We really like the environment. We like all the people, all the agents, all the staff. At the same time, it's highly professional.
I think the tools that we bring to the table are really unique. None of the other brokerages that exist in the market do that. Never would have been able to pick up the phone or an email and call a publicist, director of marketing, head of social media to help us craft a campaign around a specific property. It's a very unique skill set.
It's been almost a year since we joined the agency. I'm a numbers guy, so we had about 30% growth in our company, which has been amazing.
In Real Trends, we were just announced to be number 14 in the US and number 1 in the state of Maryland, so it's been great.
Before we even had officially joined, Mauricio had a referral for us from the Aspen office. So I think it's going to be really beneficial for all of the offices to be working together to have that connection.
Everybody reached out from across Canada and throughout the US. We've received referrals, we've sent referrals, and to be able to have that connection across, our clients are covered from coast to coast.
The amount of support that we got from day one, even till today, has been so amazing from corporate. We just feel so connected to everyone, even though we've never met anyone in person. Everyone's just been so amazing, and it's just been such a fun time so far.
It is definitely a family feel when you work at the agency, and that is my absolute favorite thing.
It's so inviting and so open, and everybody really kind of just meshes together. It doesn't matter who you are. You're an agent, your staff, you just started, you've been here for 10 years. From all the new people that I've met that have joined since COVID and we haven't seen each other for so long, everybody says, there's something different here. I can't put my finger on it.
Everybody always asks me, how are you going to maintain the culture? And the reality is that when it starts off so strong and everybody embodies it, it's actually relatively easy to maintain the culture.